Miss Santos, my son's cousin will visit me tomorrow along with his wife. Can you go get a cake from that nice pastry store near the river? Don't get something cheap looking.
Okay. Catherine, can you stop calling me that? It's been a year since I got married to Glenn. Now my last name is the same as yours, Caldwell. Besides, I have a first name, and it's Fern, so...
I don't know what to say. I've been calling you Miss Santos this whole time. It just feels weird to me that you call yourself a Caldwell. Why would someone who isn't my family use the same last name as me?
Huh? I got married to Glenn. But I'm still not a part of the family to you?
Because you're still an outsider, right? Never mind that, Miss Santos. You better go get me that cake soon. Oh, and toilet paper and shampoo at the drugstore. Add some steak from the butcher's to that list. Beef sirloin for 4 people.
Not for 5 people.
4 portions. For Xavier, Rita, me, and Glenn. You see? 4 people.
Well, what about me?
Come on. You've got to be kidding, right? Why do I need to give such nice meat to a stranger? Only Caldwells get to eat steak. You're a Santos, so none for you.
Hey, can you stop all of this?
What are you talking about, Miss Santos? No way! You really want to eat steak that badly, huh? Even though you're staying with Glenn in that house he inherited from us, you still have the nerve to ask for a steak, too. Oh, you are so greedy, Miss Santos. My goodness.
Hey, Catherine, can you listen to me?
That's how it is, so I leave the shopping to you.
Hi, Catherine. Why did you say all that to me yesterday?
What are you talking about?
Please don't play dumb. When Xavier and Rita visited, all you said were inside jokes and gossip that I didn't understand. I laughed because I was just trying to play along to not make it awkward. But then you yelled at me saying, "Don't laugh, you don't even understand." Xavier and Rita were really shocked.
Well, it was your fault. You tried to cut into the conversation, even though you didn't understand a thing we were saying. We were just trying to enjoy our family time together.
I didn't cut in. I was just laughing and playing along. You made them feel so uncomfortable. They came all the way to visit here.
Are you trying to make me the bad guy here? They were just gaping at you for your inconsideration, weren't they? It was you who made them feel uncomfortable, Miss Santos.
That wasn't the only thing. What was with that conversation about the family vacation? Why do I need to stay at home alone? And you've already booked it?
Of course. So what? It's a family trip, so only family members are allowed to go. Why would an outsider come with us?
Why do you want to leave me out so much? What would make you accept me as part of the family?
Let me think. Well, maybe I never will. I thought long and hard about it, but I couldn't come up with any ideas.
Glenn, can I talk to you for a bit? Is now good?
Yeah, what's up, Fern? Is this about Mom?
Yes. I talked to her about last night, but she didn't listen to me at all. She didn't try to understand me at all.
That's my mother for you. What did she say?
I asked her when she would accept me as part of the family, but she said that she never will.
I always knew that she puts her family first above all else. But even this is too much for her.
Actually, the truth is, the only reason I didn't have a steak yesterday is because your mom didn't let me. She doesn't want to give outsiders such good meat.
Is that true? You said you had a stomach ache, so I just took that at face value. Oh, sorry for not noticing. I'm really sorry, but tell me next time, okay?
It's just that you seem to be really enjoying having a good time with your cousin and his wife for the first time in ages. I lied because I didn't want to ruin the atmosphere.
Thanks for thinking of us. But Mom has been strict to you from before. Have you been picked on by her like this for a long time?
Yeah. Not only has she tried to exclude me from things, she's pushed all her chores, shopping, and errands on me, so I haven't had much time for myself. Every time she sees me, she harasses me and tells me I'm not a part of the family. I tried my best to impress her and get her to accept me, but I started to think it's stupid to even try since yesterday. I'm exhausted.
I'm sorry that I didn't notice this before. I'm really sorry for what Mom did.
Don't be. It's also because I didn't tell you. I tried so hard because I wanted to get along with her if possible. But I should have told you earlier.
I'm glad that you were making an effort to get along with her. Thank you for being nice to her, of all people. Leave me to deal with her now. I won't let you go through this anymore.
But how? I don't think she'll listen even if we talk to her or get angry with her.
It's okay. I have a plan.
Hey, Miss Santos. My son has been ignoring me since a couple of days ago. I bet you said something to him, right? Whatever you do, I won't let you come on vacation with us. Since you aren't my family, Miss Santos. You're a bad influence on my Glenn. You need to leave him ASAP.
I changed my last name, Mom.
Huh? What are you talking about, Miss Santos?
It's me, Glenn. Bye, Mom. I have no intention of ever seeing you again.
What? Is it really Glenn? Wait, what do you mean you changed your last name? Just... what?
I legally changed my name and became Santos too. Santoses are outsiders to you, right? Then you and I are unrelated, Mom.
Oh no, you're joking, right? You can't possibly change your last name so easily.
Actually, I can. You can get your name changed legally pretty easily.
What?
It would also have been possible for me to divorce Fern and remarry her, which is what I was thinking of doing at first, but that would have been a headache. So Fern suggested I just get my own name changed legally to Santos. It was a great idea.
Why did you do that? When you get married, the wife takes the husband's last name, right?
It's you who didn't accept Fern as part of the family, even after we got married.
Are you going to ditch the Caldwell family?
Even if I became a Santos, I have cousins, so it's not as if the Caldwell name will die off. Anyway, all this stuff about keeping the family name alive, or the wife needing to take on the husband's last name. In this day and age, those are outdated ideas. It's even being debated that couples should keep their own names. Of course, I'm attached to the Caldwell name since I used it for so long, but Fern is more important to me.
That woman is manipulating you. A kind son like you wouldn't ditch me, right, Glenn?
Hey now, did you think I would stay silent after you hurt my beloved wife? The most important person to me is my partner, Fern. Honestly, I can't think of you as my family. I'm embarrassed to have you as my mother.
Wait, Glenn! What did you do to my son? Text me back right now. Where are you now? You are biting the hand that feeds you. I didn't consider you my family because I knew this would happen.
What's wrong? Why so emotional, Catherine? You've been blowing up my phone with texts, and it's so annoying. Glenn's driving now.
I'm texting you, not him. You showed him our texts and let him reply using your phone. You coward. You must have told him some lie or other to get him to do that. Otherwise, he wouldn't say such cruel things to me.
You really don't know what's going on around you. You're so hopeless that I'm almost impressed. Anyone would be stunned after seeing your awful texts to me. Shall I tell you how your family and relatives think of you?
I already know it myself. I'm a very reliable person for my family and relatives. I'm like the pillar of the family that organizes everything.
No. Glenn detested the way you only cared about the immediate family. When he was still just a kid, you told his friend who came to visit, "I don't have food to spare for other people's children." Since then, he lost touch with him, and he was really sad. I thought you were cold to me just because I'm his wife, but you really do only care about your blood relatives.
Of course. Blood is thicker than water. When it comes to it, you can only trust your flesh and blood.
Is that really true? When Xavier and Rita came to visit the other day, they were shocked when they saw you bullying me. They told their parents and other relatives about that. The entire Caldwell family now know all about you being the evil mother-in-law bullying me. Is that what you mean when you say blood is thicker than water, Catherine?
No way, that can't be true. My relatives wouldn't spread bad rumors about me.
I'm really impressed by how you think. I'll say it plain and simple. Your relatives avoid you because they can't stand you. Did you know that the Caldwell women go out for drinks together once a month?
Huh? I've never heard about that.
I thought not. I was invited every time, but I declined because it would be annoying if you found out.
Why would you be invited when I'm not?
Don't you think it's a sign that I'm right about everyone hating you? They all said it too. We don't want to invite Catherine because she can't read between the lines and she'd ruin the fun atmosphere. It's you who's been left out, not me.
That's a lie.
I'm just telling you the facts. I guess they were keeping in contact with you before because Glenn lives so close. But none of them would come close to you if it was just you in the neighborhood.
A last name is a family bond. We've inherited it from generation to generation. Are you trying to destroy that? Is it fun for you to ruin my family?
Are you serious? That a last name is a family bond? A last name is just a word that gets put on a piece of paper. I think that the things that really connect people's hearts together are caring and love. What you call a bond. It's just a chain that you use to try to bind people. If you think I'm wrong, why don't you ask your relatives to persuade Glenn to change his name back? Show me the bond you're talking about. Of course, all the Caldwells steered clear of Catherine after Glenn and I moved away from them. I heard what happened from Xavier and Rita. Catherine called all her relatives to visit her, but they all rejected her. She finally realized that she was being shunned by the family. Glenn has been ignoring all of her messages. She started to drink excessively. She's even taken to gambling to ease her loneliness. She's spending a lot of money on that, even during the week and in the daytime. I heard she nearly used up her entire retirement fund and even got into debt. But we lost touch with her. So, it's none of our business. As for Glenn, he's happy with the name of Santos, saying it suits him more than Caldwell. And maybe his new name is bringing him good luck. He won the lottery and got promoted, too. He seems to be satisfied with his name change. I'm actually glad that Glenn became Santos. I liked my maiden name because I was used to it. I'm grateful that he threw away his last name for me. I've been through a lot, but I'm so glad that I met Glenn.
Hey, Maria, it's been a while since we last talked, huh? I have something I want to ask you.
Franny, how have you been? It's good to hear from you after all these years. What's up?
This may come as a surprise, but I'm married.
For real? Congratulations.
Thanks. We're just legally married for now. We haven't had our wedding yet. The ceremony and reception is next Saturday.
Next Saturday? I had no idea. You should have mentioned something earlier.
I know. I'm really sorry for the rush, but I'd love for you to come. Do you think you can make it?
You're inviting me? A week before the reception?
Yeah, I know it's really short notice, but I really would like you to come. So will you?
Well, thank you for the invitation. I'm truly happy for you. But I'm busy next Saturday. I wish I could go, but I can't. I would have loved to see you and your husband.
I understand. It's just, I would really love it if you were there for me on my big day. Is there any way you can rearrange your plans?
Actually, I'm getting married as well. My fiancé and I arranged a dinner for my parents and his parents to meet.
I can't believe you're getting married too, Maria. Though, I find it strange I knew nothing about it until now. Anyhow, congratulations to you as well.
Thank you. You understand how hectic life becomes when planning a wedding. It's hard to find time to catch up with old friends. I really am sorry I won't be able to attend your wedding.
No, I'm the one who should be apologizing for not letting you know earlier. But if it's only a dinner between families, can't you do it on another day? It doesn't have to be next Saturday.
His parents are really busy, and it would be rude to change the date that we set up over a month ago.
It's just a dinner though, right? They shouldn't have any problems with changing the date.
I wish it were that simple. They're actually flying in from Maine. They're coming to New York just to meet me and my family. Rescheduling the dinner would mean they'd have to reschedule their flight and hotel. It's way too short notice to do that. Plus, there's cancellation fees for doing that.
But it's not like they're here already and you're canceling. It should be fine.
It won't be fine. I'm sorry, but I told you it's too much to cancel now.
Well, they aren't staying for just one night, are they? Why don't you just reschedule for lunch on Sunday? That would be perfect. Have you forgotten that we've been BFFs since high school? Doesn't my happiness count for anything?
Don't say that. My fiancé and his family are important to me. I don't want to ask them to change our plans. They may get the wrong impression about me. I'm really sorry, Franny, but please, let it go.
Seriously? Are you that scared of your fiancé or his family? Are they monsters? It seems like your new family is going to be super stressful for you.
Why are you jumping to conclusions? I know I wouldn't be happy if someone changed the date of an important dinner a week before. That's just inconsiderate. And I've been looking forward to meeting them as well. We're going to be family. I want to start on the right foot.
You know, from my end, what you are saying sounds really rude to me. It sounds to me like you don't want to come to my wedding. Have you stopped to think about how this is making me feel?
I don't think what I'm saying is that crazy. Like I said, I really wanted to be there, but there's no way I can change these plans. Is it my fault you told me at such short notice? If you really wanted to be there, you should have asked me sooner. I've already apologized more than I should have.
I'm begging you to come. I don't want any empty seats at the reception. It's giving me so much anxiety.
That has nothing to do with me or my plans, right? If you had invited me a month ago, my fiancé and I may have been able to change the date. But I've never been invited to a wedding this last minute. Why did you decide to have your wedding so quickly?
I know, it's all a rush. I don't need you to point it out. In a perfect world, I would have planned it a year in advance. The thing is, there were some last-minute cancellations, and it's really going to ruin things.
Oh, a sudden cancellation. That's tough. Sometimes no matter how much you plan, something unexpected is going to pop up. But if it's just one person, I'm sure you'll be able to find someone. How about the drama kids you were close with? Didn't you call yourselves the quintet or something? Are they coming to your wedding?
They are the girls who canceled. Do you remember Debbie?
Yes, I remember her. She was the most popular girl in our grade.
Well, Debbie's wedding is on the same day as mine. And the other 3 girls are going to Debbie's wedding, not mine.
Really? Oh, yeah, that's rough. I get why you're upset.
Right? Not to mention, I invited everyone 3 months ago. Debbie sent out her invites only 2 months before the wedding. I invited everyone first. But still, everyone said they're going to Debbie's wedding. Don't you think that's strange?
Yeah, that's pretty inconsiderate. The other 3 girls, they sent in their RSVPs, right?
They did. They all said they were coming. I even made sure to account for one of them having a peanut allergy. Now I'm going to have 3 empty seats if I can't find someone. Ugh, look at me. I'm a mess. So that's why I really want you to come, Maria. You're the only one I can ask. I'm really counting on you.
I really feel for you, Franny. I wish there was something I could do to help. I really can't come to your wedding. You guys were so close. Why did Debbie decide to have her wedding on the same day as yours? Usually friends don't hold weddings on the same date. Didn't you talk with one another about it beforehand? I also find it a little weird all 3 of those girls would ditch your wedding, even after they sent in their RSVPs saying they'd come.
What do you mean? Are you saying that the other girls don't like me?
I'm not saying that at all. It's just that, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but you're very aggressive when it comes to making sure you get what you want. I'm wondering if that had anything to do with why everyone suddenly bailed.
Are you implying my aggressiveness caused this situation? I'm not aggressive. I'm just brutally honest. I'd rather you think of me as someone who isn't afraid to speak their mind. Well, there might be one reason I can think of. I asked them to buy me an expensive wedding present. I think they spent $500 per person.
$500 per person? Isn't that a bit extravagant?
Well, they asked me what I wanted. I put a lot of stuff on my wedding registry, but what I really wanted was the high-end stuff, so I asked them to get it all for me. Oh, I know it was expensive, but they aren't acquaintances. We've known each other since high school.
Yeah, I think asking for super expensive wedding gifts may have been a little much. I personally would think twice about going to a wedding where the bride asked for a $500 wedding gift.
You too, Maria. Well, everyone's pretty cheap. But you know, they asked me what I wanted, so I didn't think it made a difference if I asked for something a bit expensive. After all, it's a celebratory present. I didn't think I had to hold back from telling them what I really wanted.
There's a time and a place for honesty. Even just going to a wedding can be expensive. Between hair, nails, makeup, and a dress, that's a few $100s. If you throw in a $500 present on top of that, it's more than most people want to pay. You should have been a little more considerate.
I don't know why I need to be considerate. They're my friends. Oh, but come to think of it, I never sent them a thank you letter.
You haven't sent them a thank you letter?
Well, I can't just send the letter. I need to send it with champagne or chocolates. Isn't it a waste of money to send all of that to all of them?
But you aren't getting married to get new designer appliances or save money. Friendship isn't like that, Franny.
Isn't that what friends are for, though? If you really think about it, what do I have to thank them for? It's not like we're strangers. We're friends. We're like family.
There may be people who are okay with that, but they went out of their way to buy you something you wanted. Shouldn't you cherish friends like that?
Isn't that a message in a Hallmark greeting card? Don't pretend to be so virtuous.
Trust me, I'm not virtuous. It's just, they bought you a special, expensive present, and you can't even be bothered to say thank you? I can't really blame them for changing their minds about attending your wedding. Plus, we both know how nice Debbie is to everyone. If you're as good of friends as you say you are with them, I bet it was tough for them to decide not to come.
I lost just because Debbie happens to be nicer than me? And because I asked them to get me something that was a measly $500? It really isn't that much. To be offended because I forgot to thank them for something of that price? Well, I guess if you look at it, now I know who my true friends are. I don't need anyone in my life that's going to be so self-centered as them.
I don't think that's the right way to look at things. I think that attitude is exactly why people are choosing not to come to your wedding.
In that case, they don't have to. I don't need friends like that.
You're free to think whatever you'd like. Well, anyway, like I said, I wish I could come. But if you ask me, $500 for a wedding present is outrageous.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize you were on their side, Maria.
I don't take sides. I look at the situation and decide for myself. And to be honest, we haven't talked to each other since high school. We were good friends back then, but it's been years since we've seen each other. Considering that, don't you think you're asking a lot? Common courtesy and being polite go a long way.
You aren't coming to my wedding, so you don't have any right to say anything. I only invited you because I know you don't have any friends. I thought you'd be thrilled to come to my wedding. You lost your chance anyway. I don't even want you there.
Thank you for your consideration. But you know, I actually am invited to a wedding.
Are you dense? I just took back my generous offer to invite you to my wedding.
I think you might be the dense one. I'm talking about Debbie's wedding.
Debbie invited you too? But you said you're busy on Saturday meeting your fiancé's family.
It's true, I am meeting my fiancé's family. But to be totally honest, I am meeting them on Sunday. I thought you would be hurt, so I lied to spare your feelings. But I don't care anymore.
Why would you admit that? You made yourself look like an inconsiderate jerk. All of you are poor excuses of human beings.
Lying is never good, I'll give you that. But like I said, is it my fault you invited me last minute? Debbie and I have kept in touch even after we graduated. Sure, you may take pride in your honesty, but I think it's done more harm than good for you. Debbie, on the other hand, is sincere and kind to everyone around her. Good luck with that whole brutally honest thing, though. Hope it works out for you. If I can give you one piece of advice, you should let go of your ego. Oh yeah, and maybe don't be so selfish, because asking $500 for a wedding gift is absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, just being brutally honest.
I can't believe you've been lying to me all this time. I will never invite you to anything ever again.
Did I ask you to invite me? Don't fall off your high horse, Franny. Don't stress too hard about the empty seats. I'm sure the other guests won't be too surprised. Franny couldn't find anyone to replace the 3 girls who'd canceled. She really didn't want empty seats, so she hired actors to fill in. As a result, she was over budget, which did not please her husband. What was supposed to be the happiest day in her life became the worst. I really did feel bad she had those cancellations. I honestly would have gone to her wedding if I had known earlier and didn't already say yes to Debbie. But I couldn't stand the way she looked down on and treated her friends. At least she got some nice gifts.